welcome to the ride. Does your mommy know you've selected the parents' floor? I understand you tell her everything. How about telling me something? How many people will be playing? Great, 2 players it is. Are either of you first time? Welcome back. Player 1, go ahead and type in your name. Tasty. Player 2, you are next. Good, thank you. Please notice the keys you will be using as buzzers. And now, it's time for the best part of the ride. Remember, you're always getting closer to the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. You Don't Know Jack is sponsored by the Old and the Senile Retirement Home. Send your parents to our rooms. And now, here's your host, the one, the only, Cookie!
Hey, how's it going? You know, I'd probably tell my mother about the affair, too. Mostly because if she found out I knew, she'd bust my skull. Time for some screws. Just a reminder, you gotta be heartless with these screws. Keep hitting that S key like there's no tomorrow. Okay, you want a little fun for the whole family? Sorry, wrong game. Player 1. Okay, give it up for parental logic, oxymoron, or paradox. And now the question. Which of these parental sayings is not an imperative sentence?
Get a haircut.
Player 1, hit it. Imperative sentences give a command, and this one doesn't. Why? Because I said so. If you don't like it, tough. I'm in charge, and you'll do as I say as long as you're here. Player 1, the category is Muppet babies. Who are the Muppet parents? Here's the question. Considering their colors, which Muppet player... Player 1, you're screwed. What's the answer? Riddle number 1. Gonzo's blue and Elmo's red. It's more likely that they're the Count's parents. Now let's count how much you're losing. Player 2, it's yellow and blue make green. And on our next show, we'll show you how to use a box of crayons and a microwave to make all the colors of the rainbow. Player 2, coming up. Your mama. Okay, prepare yourself. $3,417 is on the line here. And the question is... Oh no! You stepped on a crack! Which of these could you not have... Player 1! Your mother doesn't have a coccyx. That's what she keeps dear old dad around for.
Cookie. She's got a coccyx.
Wait, but isn't that the...
No, it's the tailbone.
Oh. Ball's in your court. Take a shot, player. Your mama has a big ol' sacrum. It's part of the spine at the back of her pelvis. Did your mama drop you on your head? The occipital bone isn't in her back, it's the back of your mama's skull. And unless you want to feel the back of her hand, don't bust nothing else. Okay, player 1, here's your category. The USO at the PTA. Okay, picture this. You've missed a ton of classes and your mom and dad are being called into a parent-teacher conference. If your parent-teacher conference, all you... You gotta answer it, player. Okay, you picked 1.
My player 1 is so smart.
Your player 1 can't tell the difference between your back and your skull, lady. Your player 1's a borderline idiot.
Bitch!
The Paris Peace Conference ended World War I, and if you can simulate a little shell shock, you can probably get out of gym class, too. Hey, player 1, looks like you're the one who's screwed. Alright, player 2, we're calling this one. Test tube babies are so lucky. Alright, take a look at this letter to an advice column and tell me who wrote it. My twin and I have the most embarrassing foster mother. She walks around with her teats hanging out, she dresses up in sheep's clothing, and howls at the moon. Player 1, hit it!
If you boys don't come out of that bathroom, I will huff and I'll puff and I'll blow that door down.
Romulus and Remus were the twin sons of Mars that were suckled and raised by a wolf. Player 1. Skip-to-maloo, shamalama ding-dong. What the hell is that? Well, what do you know? Now then, here's what your real category looks like. A diet for the constipated parent. Remember, the sooner you buzz in, the more money you can make. Okay, think of all the trials of being a parent and then tell me what this rhymes with. Liz Hair T Bun. Heck, none. And ignore the punctuation. First clue, it involves labor. Work sucks. It involves labor and a splitting bellyache. Last clue, they say Julius Caesar was born this way. Player 1, it's all you. Type in your answer. Two words. Return key. Cesarean section, sort of like Thanksgiving dinner, a little carving with a knife, some spilled gunk on the table, and good old-fashioned family love. Player 1, your category is... Isn't everyone enamored with my baby like I am? Oh, great, it's time for a very special guest host. See, we have this great new daycare system here at work that allows me to spend a lot more time with all of my wonderful coworkers' babies. And here's one of them now. Bill?
Hey, Cookie. This is my new baby girl, Candy. The mean old boss makes us work so long, I don't get to spend much time with her. But I didn't want my little Candy feeling left out, did I? So I brought her in here to ask her own question.
Oh, how wonderful.
Okay, here she goes. Speak into the mic, Candy.
Or... Player 2, it's you. Well, Katie, is it right?
Candy.
Whatever. All yours, player.
Is it va? Is that the right answer, Candy?
Holy smokes, it's the right answer.
It is the right answer, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're so funny. Aren't you the funniest little baby girl a dad could have? Yes, you are.
Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna go vomit.
God, it's amazing. I mean, she's not speaking English, but you can understand everything she says. Candy, is there anything you want to add before you go?
Did she just say up yours, Cookie? Player. This one's called Double Dating in the Animal World. Hey, Player 1, notice that negative score you've got? Why don't you do something about that? Suppose Mr. and Mrs. Camel went out for the evening with Mr. and Mrs. Walrus. Given the appropriate names for the male and female of each species. Player 1. Male camels and walruses are both called bulls. The females of both species are called cows. And when the four of them get together, it's really disgusting. Okay, coming up. Donuts make my brown eyes blue? Okay, you know how some genes for eye colors are dominant and some are recessive? Well, if Van Morrison's brown-eyed girl and Chuck Berry's brown-eyed handsome man have recessive blue... Player 2, grab... If brown-eyed parents have blue-eye recessive genes, there's a 1 in 4 chance their child will have blue eyes. And considering the gene pool, the kid would be a flamboyantly gay, born-again Christian who often ends up in jail. Okay, Player 2. Could I interest you in some roadkill? Remember to buzz in first when you see the item that correctly unites the two items on the screen. And also, there's some bonus money up for grabs at the end. Okay, pop the clutch, baby. What you do on a cigarette and powder blank? What unites these two? Type of truck and blank the knife. And ain't like blank. Score! Tom Hanks movie, and Andre the Giant was really blank. Universal blood donor, and the roundest letter. Score! What models usually have, and they go all the way up. Term of endearment, and blank Ray Leonard. Alright, let's nab that bonus. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all annoying in-laws? Nicknames containing... You got it, player 2. Let's add it up. I'm gonna be your sugar daddy. Count it. Player 2, you got the lead. Okay, I like to call this category... She either swallowed a goat or she's blessed with child. So, remember those sex ed films we all saw? Pregnancy was demystified, we learned the words for sperm and ovum, and we didn't have to explain the process as he put his thing in her down there. Well, get ready to buzz and start typing. So pretend I'm holding a dandelion and help me complete this saying. Mama had a baby and her what popped off? Type it in when you know. Here's what you should have typed in. It's a game you play with dandelions. Mama had a baby and her head popped off. And the dandelion head goes flying. And it's a hell of a lot less gross than what actually happens when Mama has a baby. Player 1, it's up to you. Hey, you can live on that. Here's your category. Mother Nature and her Miracle Whip. Hey, did your mom ever cut the crusts off the bread for you? Yeah, mine neither. If Mother Nature trims the crust off the earth while making a sandwich, all yours, plate. Nice. Cutting off the lithosphere gets rid of all that nasty crust. Now she'd only lay off the mayo in the egg salad. My mom says I'm the best host ever. She also says this is your clue. Lies our parents tell us. I still wonder about the time my folks said they were making funny shapes under the blanket. Well, I don't know. Who would make that up? Player 2, you are leading before the Jack attack. But now you're just following. Womp, womp, womp.